What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Torque Spec Garage. Got another how-to video for you today. Today we're going to be doing an oil change on the Mark II. So figured I'd make a little video, show you guys how to do an oil change on a 2JZ engine. So let's get right to it. So here she is, as you all know and love, Mark II. It's got a built 1.5J, big single turbo. I said we're going to do an oil change on a 2JZ just because on the 1.5J, the block is a 2J, but the head is a 1J. So be the same procedure if you're doing it on a normal 2JZ engine. As you can see, I've already got the car up because it's so low to the ground. I had the bumper off earlier. I finally got it mounted without zip ties. So I just got my jack stands under the frame. Got the wheels off. You don't have to take the wheels off, obviously, if you can get yours up off the ground. Mine's just a pain because it's so low. But yeah, so let's get right into what we need to get this done. All right, guys, so what you're gonna need is a drain pan, 6 quarts of whichever oil you run in your car. Just the setup on my car. When it's the winter, I run BR1 10W30. In the summer, I run BR1 20W50. I run the OEM Toyota filter, part number 90915YZZD1. You're gonna need a ratchet and a 14mm socket to get the drain plug out. Like I said again, guys, you'll probably run a different type of oil. That's just the oil I run, so to each their own. You can run whichever oil you like. That's what I run. All right, guys, now we're up under the car. Here's our drain pan. There's your oil plug. Make sure you line up your catch pan underneath. Go ahead and get your socket on here. Break that loose. Woohoo! Just let all that start draining out. This VR1's so thick it's like freaking honey. Alright, guys, so now that all the oil's finished draining out of the pan, you can come over to this side of the engine where the oil filter is. Sorry, I know it's kind of hard to see, and sometimes it's kind of annoying to get it off. Let that drain for a second. And to get this filter off, you can go from the top or the bottom. I was already under the car, so I'm doing it from down here. All right, guys, got the old filter off. Just want to make sure that the gasket didn't stay up there with it. We'll get a rag and wipe off that sealing surface for the new O-ring, and then we'll just thread the new filter on. All right, guys, so got a new filter started. So spin it on there, righty-tighty. Don't gotta go crazy with it. You feel it starting to get snug. Then you just want to give it a good hit. And that's all there is to it. All right, guys, then we'll get our drain plug put back in. I believe you just want to torque that down to about 30 foot-pounds. Nothing crazy, not too tight. You can see the oil pan bumped something down here back in her heyday. Nice and snug. Like I said, not too tight. All right, guys, now once you get everything tightened up underneath, get your plug put back in, new filter put on, you come up top, get a funnel, get your oil, and you just want to, like I said, this engine calls for 6 quarts, so to make sure you don't overfill it. And if you're using this honey like I am, make sure you don't spill it everywhere because this stuff's like freaking tree sap. All right, guys, then once you get all 6 quarts put in, don't forget, put your cap back on. And then we're ready. Actually, I'm gonna put the wheels back on, put it back on the ground so it's level, and then we'll start it up. All right, guys, got the wheels back on. I got my, just pro tip for anyone whose car is as low as mine. If your jack won't clear your bumper or anything to like get your car off the ground, which like I said, mine doesn't, blocks. Put you a set of blocks under there. Let's just make sure you got your blocks set up. Perfect. And then your jack fits. Woohoo! And you don't rip your bumper off. Alright guys, so now back on level ground. Let it run for a minute, let that oil cycle through there. I need to get a fan shroud. Alright guys, that's going to do it for another video here on Torque Spec Garage. As always, I appreciate you guys for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Thank y'all so much for all the continued support, and I'll catch you in the next one. Later guys.